heels together. Pull up on your thigh muscles, sucking your tummy, your body's tight. Interlock your fingers right down to the webbing. All of your knuckles underneath your chin. Please relax your shoulders away from your ears and let's begin. Inhale for one inhale. So as you inhale, float your elbows all the way up to the ceiling. Forearms frame your beautiful face. Now open your mouth and let your head go back. So don't, with your injured shoulder, don't make it do too much. Allow the strong shoulder to back off a little bit to match the injured one. Squeeze your elbows together. And again, you inhale your pranayama. Remember with the yoga, guys, you never want to push into soreness. You're going to where it feels nice and never where it's ouch. One more breath at the top. And then again, would you let it go? When you let it go, the eyes are so wide open. Your mouth is really wide open. The shoulders are down. Relax them and squeeze your elbows together. And again, you inhale your pranayama. And as you inhale, rock the weight all the way back in the heels, my beloved. Chin is down. So gorgeous to see you, Doc. One more breath. And again, would you let it go? And when you let it go, open your eyes and open your mouth. Relax the shoulders, please. Bring your elbows and you squeeze them together so high. And again, inhale your pranayama. And as you inhale, guys, rock the weight back in the heels. Keep inhaling a little bit more, one more breath at the top. And again, would you let it go? And when you let it go, open your eyes, open your mouth. Please relax the shoulders down and bring your elbows and you touch them together so high. And again, inhale the prana. Now, this is the second to the last one. Rock the weight back in the heels, my beloveds. Inhale one more beautiful breath at the top. And again, let it go. Spine is straight. Eyes are open. Look along the ceiling and bring your elbows together to squeeze at the end. And just let your arms float down by your side. Please breathe. Second set. Toes together, heels together. Pull up on your thigh. Your tummy's tight. Interlock your fingers, knuckles underneath your chin, relax your shoulders. And let's begin. Inhale for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 at the top. Exhale for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and bring your elbows together. Now again, inhale. As you inhale, get the weight back. Chin is down. Float your elbows up. Inhale a little bit more. You keep inhaling, one more breath. Let it go. When you let it go, eyes wide open, mouth wide open, spine perfectly straight, shoulders down. Squeeze your elbows together. And again, inhale, chin down. And as you inhale, you get the weight back in the heels. The lineup of your legs is beautiful now, season, you know. Inhale one more beautiful breath at the top with wind. And again, let it go. Eyes are so wide open, mouth is so wide open. And your spine, you want it perfectly straight position. Squeeze your elbows together. And again, inhale. And as you inhale, guys, chin is down, float your elbows up. And you inhale a little bit more, a little bit more. Keep it outstretched to the side of your bodies. And again, you let it go. And as you let it go, we're coming to the last couple, guys. Relax the shoulders. Always make sure your spine is straight. Sense your spine. Get it really straight. Squeeze your elbows. And here's your last one. Chin down, elbows up. Inhale a little bit more, one more fabulous breath way at the top. And let it go. Spine is straight. Eyes are open. Look along the ceiling. And please bring your elbows together to squeeze at the end. Just let your arms float high, Seppi, float down by your side and you breathe. She's so cute, Wayne. Okay, let's start with Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Padasana, hand to feet pose, please. Inhale your arms above your head. Interlock your fingers, release your index finger, glue your wrists together, straight elbows, straight knees. Reach up, touch the ceiling and stretch your body from side to side. Every time you come through the middle, you try to touch the ceiling for 3 and 2. And one lovely season. And now come stop in the middle. Get the weight back in the heels. Suck your tummy tight, bum. Straight elbow, straight knees. Reach up as high as you can. And then rainbow over. in a perfectly straight line, lovely lifting your body, season. Can you see how now your spine and everything, because you've got that very, very deep stretch and opening in your body from being a vinyasa teacher, you know? But now these postures, the repetitiveness of every time we do the same things, The repetitiveness is opening your body in a completely different energetic way. And I can feel, season, that enjoyment coming in. Because there is a gorgeous feeling in the beginning. It's stress to hold the body over here. Come down for 3, 2, done. Inhale, you come up, gorgeous dog. Straight elbow, straight knees, reach up, touch the ceiling. Rainbow over in a perfectly straight line to the left. So what I was saying, season, usually when we begin the postures, there's a lot of stress to do the posture, but after a while, remember to open your armpit more. Remember to curve the armpit, season, up to the ceiling, as if you're going over sideways over a huge yoga ball, and you breathe, and your chin is up, and your arms are back, you suck your tummy, and you tighten your bum, and you breathe. Eventually, when all the muscles really hold the vertebrae so beautifully, like yours are, Aileen, you find that you can hang out here in the posture without it being so stressful. And then you start to feel this gorgeous feeling when you can dig just a little bit more into it, because now you've got the strength as well as the strength, the flexibility. Left armpit a little bit more towards me, Aileen. What's lovely, Aileen, your neck is long now. And glue your wrists together with my dot, gorgeous, Wayne. Just grab your head with your armpits, Wayne, for 2, 1, done. Beautiful postures, guys. Hips and tummy, thighs forward. Lift your chest up and please drop your head back. Ease out your neck if it's tight. Now inhale the biggest breath of air, lift your chest up and begin to float your arms back to where your ears are and go back, breathe out. Hips and tummy, thighs forward as you lift your chest up and you float back. The back bend is fabulous, Wayne. Leave that gorgeous chest you've got out where your heart chakra is so open, Wayne. And you go back, breathe back, look back, go back, breathe back, more back. Yes, doc. One more breath. Inhale as you come up. Stunning, season, and come down the lovely straight spine. You have a beautiful aura around you at the moment, season. Get your hands on the floor. And you're going to do your little upside down cha-cha-cha. As you ease out your back, as you ease out your spine. When you do yoga at home, you're bringing the incredible energy you generate in your body. You actually pump it into your space. So your space becomes filled with like love, you know. That's why the studios are so busy, because they bring a lot of energy if it's done right. You're doing it beautifully in your own space now. Bend your knees. Thumb on your thighs, chest on the knees. Reach around, grab your heels from behind. Step on all your fingers and your thumb. Get the weight into the toes. Lift your hips up into the air. Wrap the elbows around the calf muscles. Relax your neck. Try to get your forehead on the shins below the knees. And that starts to open up the vertebrae in the neck part of your spine. And when you do, bend your elbows, pull. Open your back more. There you go, season, pull. Get the weight in the toes. There you go, Aileen, Doc, and Wayne. Yes, Wayne. Pull one more breath. Change. Stunning, Wayne. Absolutely incredible, that one, Wayne. Let your arms float down. Take a breath. Let go. Breathe. I can only imagine what's going on in your inner world, Wayne. Second set. Inhale your arms above your head, interlock your fingers. Release your index, glue your wrists together, straight elbows, straight knees. Reach up as high as you can. And then rainbow towards the left, right. Breathe. Everything you are always opening. Even your right waist. You're not looking for crinkles in the waist because you're opening the left waist so much that you're a huge arch over. On the left, right hand side now, you're squeezing your kidneys, activating the movement and the cleansing of the water in your body. You know the moon shape is doing this to your body. Right armpit forward, stunning season. I can see you're dancing with the postures now. This is very sacred choreography. Yes, my Aileen, the master of the muscle system. left armpit to left hip towards me, Aileen, just as a snag. Gorgeous, Doc. Gorgeous the way you're pushing your hips over your knees, Doc. Breathe, 2, 1, down. Long. Straight elbow, straight knees, reach up. Over you go in a perfect straight line. Now as you go over, you breathe. Gorgeous way and lift. The stretch in your body. This is the difference. As we age, every year, every second, gravity pulls on us. And so by the time we're hitting middle age, we're already a different height. As you do these postures and they open, you'll probably lose a little bit of height, but nothing as much as you probably would have done without this. Because what you're doing is you're opening, you're making space. And space is where the divine energy vibrates in your body. The divine lives in between the spaces of the words, in between the spaces in the silence as you hold in the breathe. 2. Yes, Aileen, 1 done. Breathe up long. Hips and tummy, thighs forward. Lift your chest up, drop your head back. And ease out your neck a couple of times. Inhale the biggest breath of air, lift your chest up. And begin to take your arms back to where your ears are and go back, look back, breathe back. And as you lift your chest up, gorgeous, Doc. You're really good, Doc. Lift your chest up, push your hips, tummy, thighs forward, go back. Yes. Season as you go back, breathe out, way back. Breathe back, more back, go back, breathe back. Now your knees have virtually come together, Season. That's how much you've lined up your knees, hips, and ankles and feet. Inhale, 1 more breath, come up. And suck in your tummy. And bend your knees, come down the straight spine. So you can all appreciate the system. The things you do, no other yoga does this, where you come and do the same things every time. And so this class is not mine. I learned how to teach it, but it is not my class. We go hips from side to side. I'm just a dance teacher. We go hips from side to side. But it's very sacred dance. Bend your knees, get your tummy on your thighs, chest on the knees, reach around and grab your heels from behind. Get the weight into the toes, relax your neck. Get your forehead on the shins below the knees and lift your hips up into the air. Opening up your hamstrings with breath. So every time you exhale, your muscles relax, your skin, your pores relax. Everything in your body relaxes, including your heart. So get the weight in the toes, inhale as you lift your hips up into the air. Exhale and push the knees back, Wayne. It's fabulous, that the length, Wayne. That's what you've got now, it's the length, Wayne. Keep using those elbows to pull, as if they're a lock on those gorgeous box Louis Vuitton cases as you pull. Lift your hips in the air, yes, seize and pull. Get that little space more in your spine, yes. Aileen, pull 1 more breath. And then inhale. It's gorgeous. And let your arms float down, take a breath, let go and breathe. Please look down at your feet, take a 16 steps to the right and hide your heels behind your toes. And then inhale, your arms up to the center, suck in your tummy, inhale, breathing. And please sit down on your imaginary chair, strengthening your thighs, strengthening the knees, lining up your ankles, your knees, and your hip joints. Remember, you've got a great big ball and socket joint in your hip. And this you're working into as well, strengthening all the muscles around that. And now pull your tummy muscles in because you're trying to make the shape of a chair. So you're going to lift your body up slightly to get the back of the chair even higher. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, which I've got to say everybody's done, especially you, Wayne. You've really understood these shoulders now. Reach forward, touch forward, and change. Beautiful. It's really clicked on these shoulders, hasn't it, Wayne? Rock right in front of the toes as high as you can. You know, it's the little things, the subtleties, guys. Inhale, breathing, and crack your knees a little bit. Because, you know, guys, when you're a mystic, you work with a very brain that's criticizing, not criticizing, but looking at everything, asking questions. That's why I teach the yoga a little bit differently. I began to understand the relationship of the shoulder and the neck and the skull, and how the shoulder's got to be released, gorgeous cat. Stick your butt out behind you, right heel forward, left heel forward, and then the big toes is fabulous feet, doc. Right heel forward, left heel forward, both those, a little bit more, yeah, say right heel forward, left heel forward, yes, season change. Look how much you can do it last season. That's with the practice. Bring your knees together to touch. Lift your heels a tad, suck in your tummy, and slide down your cool marble wall. And always encourage anybody that's in your space, if they are able to get their hands on the ground so that they can go into this posture. I know you will, Aileen, because you know how to do it. So you know this path and you can teach it. So what you thought was something, oh, I can't do this very well, turned into a gift. Squeeze your knees, pull your tummy muscles in, inhale breathing, and push the floor away. You see how it works, Aileen? Push the floor away, come on, change. Yeah. You had that you couldn't do, now you can, so now you know how to teach that. Take a 6 and step to the right. Injuries are always lessons. Inhale your arms up to center and drop your shoulders down deep away from your ears and suck your tummy, inhale breathing, and sit on the chair. And when you begin to understand the injuries are actually lessons as opposed to punishments, drop the shoulders away from your ears. You know, with mysticism, it's always to do with your point of view. And that's what Mr. Gurdjieff gave me when I read his works. He gave me a different way of looking at absolutely everything. Sit your butt back, lift your upper body up, sit down, one more breath, and change. And his knowledge is accessible. You just read his book, he's living in there. Come right up onto your toes as hard as you can. I can't say his living is there, but his living word is in there. Inhale, breathing, crack your knees a little bit. And there's so many books about Mr. Gurdjieff and what they think about Mr. Gurdjieff and all that's Cod's wallop. Read Mr. Gurdjieff, you know, right heel forward and left heel forward and both heels. But Mr. Gurdjieff is difficult to read. And that's why lots of people are put off, unless you really want the knowledge. Right heel forward and left heel forward. Lift up the both heels, right heel again, and left heel again, and both heels, and change. Fabulous for the calves, the ankles, everything. Now just bring your knees together to top. Lift your heels a tad, a little tiny bit. And slide down your cool marble wall, squeezing your knees. Excellent, stop and hover. Yes, Wayne. Wayne, it's so effortless now. And drop your shoulders away from there. This is what happens when you just repetitively come and do something. That oftentimes you'll have a voice in your head saying to you, nah, you don't need to do yoga today. Squeeze your knees together. If you know your knees are strong, bounce. 1, 2, 3, stop on the up bounce. Inhale, breathing, and then push the floor away. And feet together, arms down, take a breath, let go and breathe. You know that voice that tells you don't need to do yoga today? And then the moment you don't do yoga, it tells you, you missed your yoga. Equally as moody with you. When you're ready, inhale your arms above your head, see which is right, which is the left. You've got to see, who works with you, who drives you crazy. Swing your right arm underneath your left arm. Cross your forearms, thumb towards your face. Pull the elbows down and sit down deep, butt out, chest up, and pick up your right leg and wrap it and coil it and bend it and squeeze it. So I began to hear that voice that used to say, you don't have to do class today, Sesky. You work so hard. You take a rest today, baby. You don't have to do your class. Lift your upper body up. You hear that voice. Move your knees to the right. Go and have a little coffee. Move your knees to the right. Bring your left hip forward. Stick your bum out behind you. Pull your elbows down. Really lengthen the neck. That's what you've done, Wayne. You've really activated your shoulders and now you're freeing up your neck completely. One more breath. Change. Arms over your head and swing the left underneath your right. Cross your forearms, thumb towards your face, pull the elbows down, sit down deep, butt out, chest up, and pick up your left leg and wrap and coil and bend and squeeze it. And pull the elbows down. And then when I look at the clock and I see on that clock that I am 1 minute past class and I've missed the class, that same voice goes, ha, you missed class today. Lift your upper body up. You will never be able to bring this moment back again. Lift your upper body up. Move your knees a little bit to the right, to the left, doc. Move your knees to the left, doc. That's it, baby. Lift your body up, baby. One more breath. Yes, Wayne. Change. Arms over your head and swing the left right underneath your left. Cross your forearms, thumb towards your face. Pull the elbows down, sit down, butt out, chest up, and pick up the right leg and wrap and coil and bend. You see, the matrix is there to sabotage any goodness that comes from within that will change your being. The matrix wants a certain meal that it feeds off. When you become your own self and having control of your own thoughts, it cannot digest that. That it's got to spit out. Move your knees to the right a little bit, Aileen. Posture's looking beautiful, babe. Sit down, one more breath. Change. Arms over your head. Now swing the left underneath your right. Cross your forearms, thumb towards your face. Pull the elbows down and sit down deep. Your butt is out, your chest is up. And pick up the left leg and wrap and coil and bend and squeeze. And I think one of the strongest things that has been giving me a kind of peace is the fact that I am understanding really the thoughts are just certain thoughts to give me a certain feeling. The matrix wants me to have a certain feeling, and it is, don't move your knees, and it is doing everything it can to make me have that certain feeling, and now I won't have it. Lift your body up, pull the elbows down, perfect season. Change. Arms over your head, let them float down by your side. And hey guys, have a drink of your water. I've got to get a drink of my water. Okay, let's go for the cardio. Please straighten out your left leg, suck in your tummy, round over, and pick up your right foot. And you know, guys, the more the dialogue is taught as a conversation, the more involving it is. It's a very, conversation is what human beings do naturally. So if there's a conversation, there's already a setup on a platform that human beings interact with anyway. As you straighten out your left leg, everybody's got it beautifully. Remember this left leg, when you have contracted it and your left leg is straight, you have locked the back door of your knee. And I believe energetically, it's the back of the knee that aging comes in. When I believe something, I know it energetically. That's where she comes in. Now, if your left leg is really straight, solid concrete, one piece, you can kick your right heel forward if you want to, and you do not have to. And when you kick the right heel forward, good for you, Doc, really relax your shoulders. Just allow the foot to just stretch gently the muscles in your shoulders. Stunning season. For 3, it's enough. For 2, yes, Aileen, 1 done. Gorgeous, Aileen. Take a breath. Beautiful, everybody. Okay. Straighten out your right leg. Suck in your tummy. Round over. Pick up your left foot. This posture does so much for your form, but also for this sense of balance that every time you come to class, every single time you practice balancing. And that's what older people don't do. Then the feet turns to mush, they fall over, and it's adios. Straighten the leg, straighten the knee. Every one of you has nailed it. And again, it's the subtlety that is not really understood in the fitness or in the outside world. Let me say that, because fitness still works. As you straighten your knee, if you're ready and you want a little bit more, it's gorgeous, Wayne. You kick your right, left heel forward. And once you do, allow your shoulders to be kicked forward with it, because you're lining up your elbows, you're stretching your biceps, you're stretching your wrists. So everything becomes more open, you know, and more beautiful the way it moves. Now, if you kick heel forward, I want everybody to stay there. Stunning, my doc. 3, 2, done. Take a breath, let go. Okay, gorgeous postures today, guys. The focus, the determination, and the beauty. The postures make you beautiful. Even when you get old, there's something kind of cute about you still. Straighten out your left leg, suck your tummy round over, and pick up your right foot. And interlock your fingers under your thumb, where below the toes. And you straighten the knee, you straighten the knee, you straighten the knee. And the thing about the postures that you're doing, you know, I'm always talking about the tip of the iceberg. What you see, Doc, is the tip of the iceberg. What's on, you know, the changes you've made, the deep iceberg, Doc, is what's going on inside of your body. All that has changed as well, and your brain. If your left leg is straight, inhale, breathe in and go. Kick your right heel forward towards the screen and instantly pull your toes back hard towards your face. So it affects the way you change in your brain as well. And as you pull your toes back hard, you keep on kicking. Pull your toes back. If you have two straight legs like you two girls do, then begin to bend your elbows down, but both girls keep kicking. Aileen, you just keep doing that, baby, because this is a fabulous yoga posture. If you want to, Season, you can just squeeze your calf muscles and look at the ground. And just look at the ground, and even stay where you are. How many seconds have we got? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Yes, Wayne. Exquisite, exquisite, exquisite. Well, you know, I'm moving again, so I love to move every year, and I'm going downtown, and my daughter says, Mom, old people don't move downtown. Bend your left elbow into the waist, palm facing up. Let your hand go down and pick up the foot. Excuse me, straighten out your left leg, pick up your right foot, left foot, interlock your fingers and your thumb below the toes. And straighten the leg you're standing on. And straighten the leg you're standing on. Contract your thigh muscles. Dig the big toe into the floor. Contract the thigh muscles, pull up on the thigh muscles, suck in your tummy. And you really make your right leg straight. And remember, when you contract the thigh muscles, you're really working on a gland at the back of your knees. And I know aging comes in there. So you've now locked the door. Really slowing her progress because she's so sneaky. And if you're ready, inhale, exhale, and kick your left heel forward. Gorgeous posture, Wayne. As you kick your left heel forward, you pull your toes back hard towards your face. And as you keep kicking the toes back hard towards your face, you keep kicking through that left hip even stronger, so strong now, Season. And if you're ready, you can begin to bend the elbows, lovely, Doc. You just keep kicking that leg straight, Doc, and relaxing the shoulders, not feeling any pain. Your balance is perfect, Doc. And now if you want, chin into your throat if you want to. You're just going to look at the ground. Season, beautiful Wayne, beautiful Aileen, beautiful Doc. 3, 2, down. Take a breath, let go. Give yourself that little back bend. Give yourself that little back bend. And you breathe. Even the way your brain becomes more malleable, because our body holds a lot of tension with the thought pattern that we have. And when we release the tension in our body, we eradicate the thought patterns with it as well. That's why this yoga works. Toes and heels together to touch. Bend your left elbow into the waist. That's why this yoga helps depression and things. Let your hands go down and pick up the foot from the inside. If you do this yoga regularly, depression disappears if that's somebody's problem. Inhale with energy. Your right arm up, left arm up. Inhale, breathing, and then begin to kick the leg directly back behind you and lift your upper body up. That's it, Aileen. And for you, Aileen, the bottom part of your body is working perfectly. You just keep lifting your left arm up. And when you lift it up, Aileen, a little bit up and forward, and ever so gently, slightly closer to your face, bit by bit, you have that, Season. Already the foot's begin to come. The whole leg thigh has disappeared, Season. And I can still see the whole front part of your body, just like Leslie does it. You're doing it just like Leslie does it. And as you kick the leg back in, yes, Aileen, you're working on stretching the muscles of your hip flexor along with Doc. Keep that hip down, very, very good, Doc. And as you keep on kicking, very, very beautiful, Wayne, as you're opening your breastplate and chest a lot, and your back looks gorgeous, beautiful, Aileen, as you're carving out this posture like the sculptor carves on the marble, Aileen. That's what you're doing now, my boo. And you kick up the leg. How many seconds have we got? We've only got 5. Kick for 4. Yes, my Doc. 3. Yes, my Season. Done. And take a breath. Take a breath. We are age defying the way the body goes into that older shape. That's what we're fighting. Every day we come. Left elbow in at the waist, palm facing up. Let your hand go down, pick up the foot. Bring your knees together to touch. Inhale with energy. Your right arm up. Right by your head, that's it, Season. And now gently but firmly kick the leg directly back. Kick the leg directly back. And as you do, Aileen, lose that left shoulder. Yes, don't keep that right arm up. Yes, Wayne, lovely shape from the side. You keep on kicking, your belly's looking gorgeous, Wayne. You know the muscles in your belly are very, very youthful, Wayne. And when your breath, I can see as you're kicking the leg back more, Wayne, with each breath, oh, the really gorgeous shape in that muscle, Wayne. And remember, you hit 60 and here's your belly looking like a much younger man's. And you're kicking the leg back. Yes, Doc, use your right arm, Doc. Lift it up even more. There you go, Doc, and you breathe. Now for you, Aileen, allow your left shoulder to go back a little bit more so that both the shoulders, doesn't matter if you wobble, fall a little bit. That's in the wobbling and falling is where we find the balance. 3, 2, down. Take a breath, let go and breathe. We force ourselves to wobble, if you see what I mean. The whole posture's geared to throw you off balance, Aileen, so you can get it, right? That's what it throws you off on purpose. Fabulous series, you know. Right elbow in the waist, palm facing up, let your hand go down, pick up the foot. Touch your knees. Inhale with energy though. Right arm, left arm up, right arm up. The other arm. Inhale, breathing, and begin to kick the leg directly back behind you. And you can see how I feel very much that if it's right and left, so what? Because when you going on to teach, which you will, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of classes, of course it's going to be right or left. You get this one that right, doesn't matter. That's what you begin to learn. It doesn't matter. As long as you're giving love and energy to the students and telling them, correcting them in little bits that they need. Now, Aileen, the whole of your leg has disappeared. Now, all you've got to do is keep that kick, Aileen, because that's what your balance is. And you're going to work into your left armpit and feel like you're pointing your fingertips higher. Yes. And now I'll lift them up a little bit more. It's only a few seconds. Yes, Wayne. Kick it back. It was fabulous, Aileen. Yes, Season. Done. It was enough, Aileen. It was beautiful. Left elbow in the waist, palm facing up. Let your hand go down, pick up a foot. Knees together to touch. Inhale with energy. Your right arm up really high. Right foot back behind your head. That's it, Aileen. Can you feel the teeter is a little off on this side slightly? We're going to bring back an even balance. Now inhale, breathing. And Aileen, as you kick your leg back, lift, keep the arm where it is. Along with Wayne, as you kick back, keep the arm where it is, and it's going to start evening your hips up. Can you feel that you're leaning a little bit slightly? You want to bend in, doesn't matter. You just keep it back, Aileen, and lift up your right arm. Lift up your right arm. Your right arm is going to hold you in balance without the foot moving eventually. When you start to use that right armpit, lift the armpit up more, Doc. Lift the armpit up more. That's it, Aileen. Now kick back hard because you've got strong muscles, Aileen. Kick back hard and don't bother about falling. If you're falling, that's where you found to find your balance. Kick back harder as you lift up that right arm even more. Lift up that right arm even more, Aileen, to balance out your body. Look forward, look up and forward, look up and forward. And now stay there, Aileen, just looking up and forward. And you keep on kicking. You did a marvelous job. Done. That was 1 minute 6 seconds, everybody. Breathe. Sorry, not sorry. Come to the back of your mat. Wait, oh, cheers. So come to the back of your mat. Inhale your arms above your head. Interlock your fingers, release your. Let's glue this together. Take a great big step on your right foot. Please point your left toes. Inhale, breathing, my beloveds, and bring your upper bodies down. Body down, arms up. Body down, leg up, point the toes behind you. Looking better, Aileen. Activate the foot, activate the leg. You know those muscles are strong in your leg. There you go. Stretch forward. It doesn't have to go up. It has to go down almost, Aileen, to get it straight. You're pointing, you should be pointing it down slightly, the foot. Stretch forward, stretch back, change. Very good, Doc. Breathe. Take a great big step on your left foot, point your right toe. Inhale, breathing. And then go over, your body's down. Body down, arms up, body down, leg up, point the toes behind you. And what's going to really, really help you, Aileen, a lot is how fabulous your body is. Body down, arms up, keep stretching forward. Point the toes behind you, lovely, Doc. Body down, arms up, because it shows, you know, you do what you practice. Straight forward, stretch back, and change. Can I tell you, everybody then fell over in the same way. Just if you think you were alone in that, no. Virtually, only Doc didn't. It was only Doc didn't. Just so you know, it's because you're testing your edge. The edge is where you wobble. When you go a little bit further, that's where you're getting to fall. That's where you change. Inhale your arms above your head. Point of view. Great big step on your right foot, point your left toe. Inhale, breathing, and bring your upper body down. Body down, arms up. That is what Mr. Gurdjieff changed. Now activate the foot, Aileen, and point your toe towards the ground a little bit, and I'll tell you when it's straight. Now it's straight. Now stay there, Aileen. Just lift your arms up. Just lift your arms up. Keep pointing your toe. Keep pointing your toe. Arms up. Chin away the chest. Point the toe. Point the toe. Point the toe. Done. Excellent. Breathe. Great big step on your left foot. Point your right toes in. Now breathe in. And then go, please, bring your upper bodies down, arms up. Yes, Wayne. Point to the toes behind you. Now you've really got a straight leg, Wayne. You've really got a straight leg. You worked it. Now armpits open, Wayne. Body down. That's it. Now to open them more, Wayne, stretch your fingertips towards the foot to run. Stretch them, stretch them, stretch them, stretch them, stretch them. Done. Perfect, Susan. Okay, guys, sit your arms straight down. Okay, let's rest your precious heart and feed your brain. Nice, her little drink. So please inhale the arms over your head. Take a great big 4.5 steps to right, arms down parallel. If you have sciatica, the feet stay straight. If you're good to go, toes in, heels out, arms back, chin up, suck your tummy, go down. Yeah. Start your hand on the back of your legs and grab your feet. Get the weight into the toes. Get all your fingers underneath your heels, ideally. Fingers facing forward one day as much as they possibly can. Yes, Cece. Usually when you've grabbed your heels completely, it's because your hips have opened enough that your belly can stay on your legs and your chest. Season is very lovely. Then get the weight in the toes. Bend your elbows, Doc, to just pull yourself forward. But what's lovely, Doc, is your legs are very, very straight. Now, and you're straightening out your back a lot, Doc, as you're reaching forward, trying to bite the towel. Lift your hips up, gorgeous, Season. Now, just for another few seconds more, Season. Wrap your elbows further behind you. Point your elbows towards your sofa. Point your elbows a little bit more. There they go. Now lift your hips up, contract your thigh muscles one more time. Nailed it, Season. Look how beautiful, Season. Inhale as you come up. And that in our world is a champion's posture. Feet together, arms down. Take a breath, let go, breathe. Let go, breathe. Second set. Inhale, your arms over your head. And great big 4.5 steps to right. Arms down, parallel, toes in, heels out, arms back, chin up, suck your tummy, and you go down. Your body looks lovely, Doc, because now what's happened with Wayne is happened with you. Your spine is very, very long now, Doc. And so the way your shoulder blades sit on your back are very, very different than somebody else in your age group. Your shoulders sit on your back like they did 24 and under. This is what happens with your body. That's what happens to Wayne. Because each time you're bending your elbows and you're swan diving down, and you're lifting your body up, you strengthen your back. You're making your shoulders very, very fluid so they can move up and down your back. In older people, middle-aged people, they're just stuck there. Now lift your hips up into the air, push the knees back, Doc, a little bit more. Bend your elbows, pull your body down, weight in the toes, lift your hips up. Yes, Season. One more breath. Done. Very lovely, everybody. Come up the arms straight. Feet together, arms down, take a breath, let go, breathe. Let go and breathe. Fabulous, fabulous. You see the subtleties that change us a lot. Inhale your arms over your head. Big 4.5 steps to right. Arms down parallel. Push your hips forward, arms back. Turn the right heel. Turn the toe 1/2 inch more, back foot turns in. Inhale, sit down, sit down, sit down. Suck in your tummy, please. Move your arms. Let the elbow get in front of the knee. This one's looking fabulous now, Aileen. Now you've understood what you want from the muscles and now you're teaching them perfectly. Gorgeous, babe. Posture's fabulous. What you're going to do, the only thing that's going to be worked on slightly more with you is trying to get the profile visible to me. So that means the chin will be one day completely touching the shoulder. And to do that, think of the back of your neck longer, Aileen. Just slightly longer, chin down slightly. Wow, this is very lovely. You're going to sit down in the hip a little bit more one day, but I keep you to stay there. Usually I would say put your elbow on your knee, but you built the strength a lot. Can you feel the strength now? But your tummy muscles and your core strength is actually holding this incredible shape of a triangle. Beautiful season. Going to push your right knee back a little bit more with the help of the elbow. Yes, stop. Change. Lovely Wayne, lovely dog. Remember, feet face forward, then hips forward, arms back. You have that, Wayne. Turn the left heel. It really helps inflammation of the hips. Turn the left heel, turn to a half inch more, back foot turns in. Inhale, breathing, sit down, sit down, sit down. Suck in your tummies, beloveds, move your arms. Elbow touches knee. Wayne, it's fabulous. Oh, wow, Wayne. So fabulous. Really, really straighten out your left leg. Right leg round, your right baby toe down hard into the ground. And A-lean, very beautiful. And you're really looking up toward your right hand. Straighten, straighten, straighten out your right leg. Stretching your arms in opposite directions like a natural human tug of war. As you're reaching up as high as you can, pushing your left knee back with the elbow. And you breathe. Your chin is touching the shoulders. That's the alien on this side. If you notice how it's much easier for your chin to touch the shoulder, you probably turn right a lot if you're right-handed, and that's why it's more flexible. Now, you see how amazing it all is? Stretch your arms in opposite directions. Sit down a little bit deeper if you can into that left hip. You got it, alien. Change. Fabulous, baby. Feet together, arms down. Take a breath, let go, and breathe. There's such subtleties. We have a dominant side. As you do these postures, you balance out the dominant side, and the dominant side will give you a certain body as you walk into the world, because it's always leaning to a certain side. Ours doesn't. We're balanced. Inhale your arms above your head. Second set, take a great big 4.5 and step to the right. Arms down parallel immediately. Push your hips forward, arms back. Turn the right heel, turn to a half inch more, backward turns inward. Inhale, breathing, sit down, sit down, sit down. Suck on your tummy and just move your arms, beautiful Wayne. It's fabulous. And your chin is down ever so slightly, Wayne. Look at the profile coming on now, you know. And the profile visible inside view mirror at the age of 60 should not even be talked about. And not only have you got length in your neck, Wayne, you've got length in the front of your throat where your Adam's apple is. That's all long. The back of your neck is long. There's a whole lineup of your left leg and your whole spine. Beautiful dog. Chin back a little bit, dog. Chin down slightly, dog. Touch your chin to shoulder. Stretch your arms in opposite directions. Push the right knee back a little bit, season. Reach up, reach down. That's enough. Hips forward, arms back, turn the other heel. Turn to a half inch more. Back foot turns over, inhale, breathing, sit down, sit down, sit down. Second one, please move your arms. Elbow gets in front of knee, stop there, push knee back, help with the elbow. Please look up towards your right hand. Straighten out your right leg. Round your right baby toes into the floor. Stretch your arms in opposite directions like a natural human tug of war. As you're reaching up, you're breathing, in touching the shoulder, fabulous Wayne. And again, on this side, your profile is perfect. Reach up, reach down, and that's it now. Together, arms down, take a breath, let go. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Remember one time you would jump up, come out of the postures early, Aileen. Now you're hanging in there, babe. Excellent. Okay, let's go into the skull. Please inhale your arms above your head, hands in prayer, cross your thumbs. Take a 3-foot step to the right, which is half of your mat. Lift your toes and spin on both of your heels at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin down, suck your tummy. Begin to round your spine. Eyes are open, breath is normal. Suck in your tummy. Round your spine. You breathe. You want your spine as rounded as you can. Remember, you want your third eye on your knee. Nothing else will do for you. Third eye on your knee. Eyes are open, breath is normal. Keep on rounding in the spine. If your forehead stays on the knee, use the weight of your forehead to push into the knee. If the forehead still stays there, and the left and right leg straight, get your right hip up and back, left hip down and forward, and then see if you can get your hands in prayer, a couple of inches in front of your toes. Inhale, breathing. Please round up. Then lift your toes, spin forward, lift back leg, but alien, back leg, sense it. Lift your toes, spin to the screen, lift your toes, spin again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin down, suck on your tummy and round over. And the reason is she's been sneaking in there in that aging process. That's where she comes in. That's where she comes in. And so you really be aware of that back door of your knee, Aileen, and keep locking it shut. Keep locking it shut. And you contract the front of your thigh muscle, and that's what locks it shut. It's actually the locking of the knee that activates the locking of the back of your knee. And forward on the knee, eyes are open, breath is normal. There is no other practice in the world that teaches this, the locking of the knee. And then it was misinterpreted and they thought it was wrong with people hyperextending. But the locking of the knee is a contracted thigh muscle, knee lifts up and locks into place. And the leg is straight. Perfect, Wayne. Round up. And this didn't exist for you before in this way, Wayne. Beautiful. And feet together, arms down, take a breath, let go, breathe. Let go, breathe. And second set, inhale your arms over your head. Hands in prayer. 3 foot, step to the right, lift your toes. Spin on both your heels at once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now get your chin down, suck in your tummy, round your back. Get your third eye on your knees, around your back. You could open them slightly a little bit more, Aileen, and it's going to help you, just slightly. Hey, Seppi, just a little bit more even. Yeah, babe, half of your mat. Get you forward on your knee. Eyes are open, breath is normal. And suck in your tummy around your spine. And lift the middle of the spine up to the ceiling. And you breathe. Arching your spine, Halloween cat. Working your spine into Fibonacci. Straighten out your elbows if you can, Doc. Your arms nice and long, dig them into the ground. That's the feeling. If your head feels nice, and then round up. As long as your forehead stays on the knee, though, I can't tell because of the position change. Lift your toes, spin forward, lift your toes, spin again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin down, suck in your tummy. And round over. Third eye on your knee. Breathe. Middle of the spine rounded, Halloween cat. Right hip up, left hip up and back, right hips forward. Straight front leg. If it stays straight, hands in prayer. Gorgeous way. Round up. Very good, Aileen. Lift your toes, spin to the screen. Feet together, arms down, take a breath, let go. And breathe. Straighten out your left, pick up your right foot. Allow the foot to slip on your thigh a little bit. Let the knee go down and back as you lengthen your spine. Breathe. Yes, see, contracting the thigh muscle to lock the knee, but remember the lock knee makes the thigh muscle stays hard. Then the knee locks. Gorgeous, everybody. Make sure your shoulders are equal. And change. Foot's too low to leave it, Aileen. It's got to be held higher. It's got to be held in the crook. Doesn't matter if it's low. It just can't be let go of if it's low. Straighten out your right, pick up the left. It's because when you hold it higher, you're training it to sit in the nook. Most people will never get it near the nook. Once it stays there, then you can leave go. And you can test it. You can leave go. If you feel it slip, you just grab it again. Yes, stop. Everybody's got a lovely posture. Change. Straighten out your right, left, pick up your right. Now bend over, get your hands on the ground. Once your hands are on the ground, all the weight is away from your knees. So I will put the weight in the hands. And then you can very gently feed out how much weight you want to put in the knee or not. That's its season. So you've all got everything there. That's its season. And that's how I can come up with a knee that's had 2 surgeries, simply because of where the weight is. And then when that knee feels comfortable, only then season do you increase the weight by lifting up the left hand and then the right. But at the moment, to have it balanced, you know, and building strength and the flexibility there, you can hang here for a little time because your body's perfect. It's all gorgeous. And change. Always kick the leg off in the beginning. Yeah. And it takes the pressure of the stretching of the hips or anything, or weird angles. Straighten out your right, pick up the left. Foot can slip. Eventually the foot will stay in your groin, right up in your, it'll stay up there. Yes, Doc, like yours does. And with your hands on the ground, you walk forward. And then it's an easing of it in. Yes. Excellent. And this is giving you tremendous strength of your right foot and toe. And remember, when you see somebody with those squashy feet in comfortable shoes, their brain is squashy, their liver is squashy, their lungs are squashy, their fingers are squashy, they're squashy. Everything is exit stage left. Breathe. Yes, Doc. And change. This was a lovely season, because what you're doing is you're getting a very equal balance. And the angels are with you strongly at the moment, season. Lay down. Let go. And breathe. Just a little further down, Doc. Tip it further down, Doc. Yes, thank you, perfect. And lay down and let go. And breathe. Because we've been talking a lot about the matrix and the thought pattern, and how, it was a very interesting discovery, because when you begin to observe yourself, it's a road of discovery, and the material is you. So you're discovering yourself and how you tick, and it's fascinating. The one thing that you have to somehow engineer is the energy to remind yourself to observe yourself. So the big revelation for me was when I started to notice a certain mood, I should say, was in play. And that mood had a thought attached to it. So I saw the thought, and that thought was it stimulating for me to be irritated about something. That, that feeling of irritation, something gets, that's how the feeling of it. You can't breathe, can't think, I'm only irritated. But there's a kind of deliciousness. It's like scratching something you're not supposed to scratch, because it's going to make it worse, but you're enjoying the scratch. That's what I'm noticing with my irritation. It's like, yeah, I really want to get into it, and it's a scratch, that kind of feeling. So then I watched it, sorry, not getting irritated with that thought. So I just think it was a thought, remove the thought, or not think of it, start thinking of me a little bit more. Then I get on with my life, because, we wake up a little bit, then we fall back to sleep. I'm getting on with my life. And again, another irritation's come up. And then I noticed, completely different subject, the same feeling of irritation. So I thought, really? So I dealt with that irritation, decided to tell that, Mr. Irritation, tell me if I'm going to win the lottery. If you can't do that, adios. I'm very disrespectful to the thoughts. I let them know that I treat them with disdain and absolute contempt, actually. I've got no time for them at all. And they're beginning to know this. They're getting a bit numb because of this knowing this. But when I say that, they're going to come at me really hard in another way. Because what they're doing at the moment, my thought pattern, is they're backing off because they're seeing I'm watching them. But they're trying to find what I've not sussed out. And then they're going to attack me real big in another way, So I know that's coming too. But then I dealt with that irritation. And then I found another irritation came up, another thought. And what I realized, 3 completely different thoughts, they all have the same reaction on me. They made me react in the same way. This incredible irritation that the matrix wants me to feel, because that is what the matrix is feeding on. The matrix feeds on you, on your distress. That's when the matrix feeding your time, when it's using your time, that's what it feeds on. So it'll give you any thought, anything to get you distressed, anxious, depressed, worried, because that's its food. And if it notices for a while that you're not reacting to its little digs in the side and painful little digs, it'll give you lovely things to float away with, and all the lovely, that imagination that you have, that you go off and you imagine different things, doesn't necessarily feel anxious, but it still steals your time. They become very sneaky. So anything that pops in from the outside, I'm understanding now. It's there just to elicit a certain feeling from me. And you know what? I'm not giving that feeling to the matrix. I'm not turning my day, my moments into that feeling so that this parasite can feed. It's feeding on the whole world. Look at the anxiety and the fear in the world. This parasite feeds on the fear of humanity. That's what I'm beginning to see with all of my being. You cannot change the fear on the outside world and what it's doing to humanity. You can change you. In changing you, humanity changes, because we are all connected energetically in our highest part as well. And you raise the frequency of your vibration. So as the monkeys began to wash, the 100 monkeys there, as each one of them, when the 100th monkey had washed all the sand off its fruit before it ate, every monkey in the world washed the dirt off its food. When more and more human beings are becoming conscious that this thought pattern is not them, because the matrix is incredible. The matrix makes you feel what you're thinking is you, and it's not. It's this intruder. It's this intruder that feeds on your time. And the more people begin to wash the matrix off them, one day the whole of humanity will go, do you know what? Nah. Breathe. Observe yourself. It is fascinating. I cannot tell you how you will become enthralled in watching how you take. You'll start to understand, oh, because what you begin to do whenever you feel ouch in your feelings, as soon as you become aware of yourself, it goes to ah. And remember, you're pulling away from the ouchie and going towards the ah. When you're ready, pick up your right leg and interlock your fingers under your thumb and pull the knee away from the rib cage. What's happened now that I'm actually got a quite dull thought process at the moment. It's not engaging me. It knows it's not. It's quite dull. It's not that I'm always awake, but I'm seeing that it's trying to regroup. It's going to come at me real hard. Get the back of your neck long. I'll be very interested to see how it's coming. You know, this fight that we're doing with this thought, this is George and the dragon, or Georgina and the dragon, depending how you feel. Put one more breath. Change. And pick up the other leg and interlock your fingers and your thumb. Because this is a fight that George and the dragon did. Obviously, they're not physical dragons in the world, but the dragon energy exists. And that's the allegory of George fighting this dragon. We all have one. I mean, they make the dragon seem like, oh, a dragon, but actually it's a parasite and it's feeding. Put one more breath and change. Now pick up both of your legs and swing your arms around them. So you know, whenever you hear from the outside world anything that stimulates fear in you, understand, it's the matrix making its dinner. Pull, hold, breathe. Just be aware of that bit and change your point of view. Understand that. And then pick up, breathe, let go, let go, let go. And then again, pick up your right leg and interlock your fingers and your thumb. Pull the knee away from the rib cage. You know, in mysticism, it's to be a critical thinker. Because the matrix has to lie. The matrix is a complete liar. Get the back of the neck long. That's its currency. Pull one more breath and change. And it's worked very well. Pick up the other leg and interlock your fingers and your thumb. Pull the knee away from the rib cage. Because what has been hidden from mankind very, very deeply by every system is the fact that you are a divine being. That's why we don't remember ourselves. There's no reference in this world to what you really are. The matrix seriously does not want you to know what you really are. Put one more breath and change. And then pick up both of your legs and swing your arms around them and grab your elbows. And remember, it's invisible until you watch the effect it has on you. That's how you see the matrix. You can't see it exactly, but you can see its effect on you. You can see how you're behaving in that moment. That's the bit that you can see, and you go, aha. It's like the black holes or some things in the universe. You can only see them because of their reaction on other things. And change, like the black holes are seen because of how the things around it are reacting. It's the same thing with the matrix. You can see it by how you're reacting at that moment. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, and spin around. Whole thing's a magical, mystical process to do with the stars, to do with the moon, to do with you. You are a being made of pure light. You're built in the image of the divine. And all you've got to do is work it out. Hands, palms underneath your shoulders, tip of the fingers level the top of your shoulders, zip your legs up. Inhale, breathing. And peel your upper body up, push feet down into the ground. You've got to work it out for yourself, but you can see the general direction. The direction will be pointed out. Tighten your bum. Push your feet down hard into the floor, shoulders away from your ears. And pump your chest up. And you lift up, drop your head back, go up, breathe up. And then come down. And look to the right. And what I found is with the dullness at the moment, it's only the moment, everything's temporary. The matrix is sitting there every single second to eat you whole. But once the thought pattern I've noticed is dull, because I'm just like insulting it. Every time it comes up, I'm insulting it. I'm feeling a most beautiful sense of joy of being alive in these moments, and a gorgeous sense of the impermanence of it, which makes it even more enjoyable in the strangest kind of way, because they come together. Chin forward. Hands, palms underneath your shoulders, zip your legs up. Push your feet down hard into the floor. Inhale, breathing, and peel your upper body up. And there is an excitement. It's as if the stick's not there. It's as if, you know, you've been living with somebody that beats you up a lot, and now you don't have to live with them anymore. You can tell them and tell them what they can do. Lift up one more breath and change. Because that's what's happening. And where the turning point came for me with the thought pattern was when I had said to the thought pattern, you tell me the lottery money's biatch, and if they're correct, I'll believe you. I won't believe you today, but if you give me the lottery numbers, then I'll believe you. Still waiting. Chin forward. Turn your hands palm down the ground. Elbows underneath your body. You know the lottery numbers are never coming. You know the thought pattern knows nothing of the future. Forget your left leg, lengthen out your right leg, inhale, breathing, go, lift your left leg up and point the toe. Turn the left hip down to your forearm. Hold the leg long, hold the leg straight. And you breathe and you hold it right there, pointing the toe, activating the foot. Hold it, breathe. And then come down. Forget that leg, lengthen the left leg, inhale and go and lift the left leg up and point the toe. But I do know that every time the thought pattern is going to come back and really attack me strongly, because it's just, you know, building up the troops at the moment to come back. Each time I fight it, it's going to weaken. Activate the foot, point the toe, hold the leg long and straight. Change. Face down, kiss the towel. Walk your fingers down towards your knees, spread your fingers, grip the towel, zip your legs up. Inhale, breathing, and go. Lift both legs up the floor into the air. Push your face down to the floor, push your shoulder down the floor. And lift your legs up. Very good, Aileen. Very, very good, Season. Fabulous, Wayne. Fabulous start. Lift up one more breath. And then come down. Breathe. Look to your right. Left you on the floor. Let go and breathe. Let go and breathe. As you get older a little bit, you're too young for this really, you know, dog and season, but as you start to get older a little bit, you get more time for the work. Because it takes time to get this. Chin forward. Turn your hands palm down the ground, elbows underneath your body. And it takes time alone Forget your left leg, lengthen out your right leg. Inhale, breathe and go. Lift your right leg up and point the toe. Turn the right hip down into your forearm. And you hold the leg so long and straight. And you hold and you breathe. Point the toe. Hold. Change. Forget your right leg, lengthen your left leg. Inhale and go. And lift it up and point the toe. Turn the left hip down to your forearm. Neck is long. Hold, breathe, freeze right there. Change. Face down, kiss the towel, walk your fingertip down towards your knees, zip your legs up. Inhale, breathing. Both legs up to the floor into the air. Push your face down, shoulders down. There you go, Wayne. Going into those shoulders, Wayne. Going into those shoulders. And point the toe, lift the legs up, go up. Fabulous. Everybody lift up, lift up, lift up. Go up, breathe up, lift, 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 lift. Come down. And breathe and let go. Look into the left, arms down. Take a breath, let go and breathe. And you know I have a very inclusive nature. You know I don't go to restaurants, I don't meet up, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. Since being, I think it was maybe 18, it's when I stopped going out at 18, really. Because I recognized there was something out there that would attack me. And it's at this age that I'm understanding now, looking back on my life of being a recluse, I'm understanding. So at 18, I noticed something would attack me out there. Chin forward. Arms out to the side, toes and heels together, zip your legs up. Now inhale, breathe in and go, lift everything up the floor into the air. Arms up over the top of your head. Gorgeous way. Fabulous posture, man. Lift up and go up, look up, lift up. And keep on lifting up. Your arms are up, your head are up, everything's up. And keep on lifting up. So beautiful, seasonal in your throat as you lift up. Arms up, go up, one more lift and come down. That posture was outstanding, Wayne. Let go and breathe. Let go and breathe. But you know, like the wagon trains, when you're going in a certain direction, and you know they always had the scout. The scout worked alone. He was always off trying to find the safest place, safest direction for the wagon train to go, the safest trail. Breathe. Chin forward. Arms out to the side, toes and heels together, zip your legs up. And then you inhale, breathe and go, lift everything up the floor into the air. Arms up, level the top of your head and look up, lift up. And go up a little bit more up and lift up. And so the scout was just looking for a few little different things to guide the sanity and everybody else with safety. And your arms up, look up, go up, breathe up, lift up, go up, one more lift. And come down. And breathe. We are all ambassadors for the truth. That's what we are. Truth is light. Truth has a sound, like a bell, you know, think of those bells, Wayne. It's like a bell, the truth. If the bell's cracked, there's something wrong, you can tell when it's like not adding up. Same feeling, you know. I mean, you may buy it because you have to, but you know it's not adding up. Chin forward, bend your legs behind you. Reach around and grab your feet. You can be talking to somebody and they're telling you a whole bunch of something and your whole body's going, Inhale, breathe in and go, kick your legs up and back. They call it a gut feeling. We all possess a gut feeling. Whether we listen to it or respond to it is another deal. But we all possess the gut feeling. And you kick up and you look up, keep on kicking a little bit more and drop your head back. It's actually our instinctive center. And you look up, you keep on kicking, one more kick. Very good posture, Aileen. You've carved that out beautifully. Breathe. Breathe. Okay, when you're ready, push yourselves up. I believe we did too. If not, bend your legs behind you. We didn't. Thank you, Wayne. Chin forward. Grab your feet. Now inhale, breathing. And go. Would you kick up and look up? Rolling onto your belly. Trying to get your knees up now a little bit more. Even if you drop your head forward, that's a weight. So it's going to pull you forward. That will allow your knees to go up higher. And then when you rock your head back into place, everything goes higher. Yes, Aileen, you really open up your shoulder blades. And that's a very important place for you to open as you kick one last kick. And breathe. Okay, guys, push yourselves up. Let's do Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm posture, the healer of your beautiful knees. Open your toes, open your feet, butts on the ground in between. And then you begin to go back easy. And you know, guys, when you get the habit of observing yourself, what you find is that one day, you get used to doing it. One day you'll be doing something and suddenly that side of you will click in. And it's like the light goes on. It's just like somebody's turned the light on, like you were in a, you know, in a hazy thing before, but it seemed normal. And then somebody flicks the light on, everything gets into focus. A millisecond in the awake world can be like 5 minutes in the real world, in this world. In the awake world, a millisecond, you learn everything in one instance because you're in the moment. You don't always remember what you learned when you came out, but the vibration of that knowledge still exists in your bodies. Hands on the top of your feet and then come up easy. I remember reading a title of one of Mr. Gurdjieff's books, this last one, and it said, life is real only then when I am. And I did not understand that when I read it. Lay down, let go. And this is how the work works in you. Because now I completely and utterly, with everything, understand it the same way I understand it, you know, something very, I understand myself in certain ways. Breathe, let go. Let go, because you change. Your understanding gets deeper. Knowledge turns into understanding deeper, and the level of your being raises, arms over your head. Let your toes back hard, inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale, and spin around. But remember, it's a constant work. Just because you reach a certain level, that doesn't mean you've got a right to that level. Come to front of your space, open your toes, open your feet, get your butt on the ground and go back easy. And that would be the problem with somebody like Bikram that got to a certain level. And then instead of going up, he allowed the earthly pleasures to drag him down again. There was a moment that he wasn't watching. There was a moment that he believed that I'm a guru and this is it. And that's the moment we all fall. And you breathe. So when you take it for granted, oh, I've got to this level. No, 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 no. This is a constant thing. This is a living thing. This is something you attain and now you just got it forever. This leads you on to something else. You breathe. And then come up. It's a journey, guys. A journey of your self-awakening. Turn around, lay down. 1 thou, 2 thou, 3 thou down. And let go, breathe. And let go, breathe. Journey of awakening is tough, but it's better than living your life in a total sleep, thinking you were having a life. But you're in Plato's cave looking at a wall. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale, spin around. Come to the back of your mat. Touch your knees and heels. Inhale, your arms over your head, hands in prayer, cross your thumbs. Come down the straight spine. Lengthening forward, lift your wrists up off the floor. Straighten out your elbows, eyes open, breath is normal. And this sleep I talk about when people don't really know what they are and they don't realize that they're a living, vibrant being in the place. You can be a genius, be fast asleep. That's what I learned from Michelangelo when I saw the Sistine Chapel. What I saw in that amazing thing which struck me dumb for a long time afterwards. He was painted the sleep of mankind. The tourists above the floor. And he painted no matter the great sages of the earth fast asleep, completely asleep. Lengthen forward, squeeze your knees together. Suck in your tummy. Inhale, breathing. And come up with a straight spine. And turn around and lay down and let go and breathe. And me with almost no formal knowledge, no formal teaching, you know, at school after 17. Wasn't interested. I was smart, wasn't interested. I used to be a model, went off and did that. I had no formal deep education. I taught myself. I'm self-taught. But it was in my self-teaching that I understood what Michelangelo was saying. I saw the whole game play out. Breathe. Self-taught is a very different kind of knowledge because it's a search from your inner world. All of you are teaching yourself. Arms over your head, let your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, and spin around. And come to the back of your neck. Set your knees and heels again. Inhale your arms above your head. Hands in prayer, come down with straight spine. And lengthen forward, lengthen forward. And if you wrist it off the floor, to straighten out your elbows. And you breathe. Eyes are open, breath is normal, breathe. Squeeze your knees, suck in your tummy. Chin away from the chest. Keep lengthening shoulder blade, scapula. Almost coming out of the body. Squeeze your knees together, pull your tummy muscles in. Inhale, breathing. And come up with a straight spine. And then turn around and lay down and let go. Breathe. Okay, guys, come. Change is the most camel. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, breathing, please sit up. Exhale, exhale. Turn around and come and stand on your knees at the front of your space. You're going to open your knees, 6 inches, heels the same, 6 inches. Hands on the top of your bottom where your lower back is. Hips and tummy, thighs forwards, my beloveds. Lift your chest up, drop your head back. And now go for, this one, you actually take little sips of air to feel the posture. Lift your chest up, roll forward, roll forward. Eyes are open, breath is normal, roll forward, roll forward. Squeeze your knees. You keep on rolling, pushing your hips forward. If it's available to you, and you can grab your heels, then do. But if you reach down and the heels are not there, then put your hands back to your hips again. You never let your student dangle. Hips and tummy, thighs forward as you lift your chest up and you breathe. You're well over halfway now. The eyes are open and the breath is normal. And you roll forward. Hips and tummy, thighs forward. As you lift your chest up, roll forward a little bit more. Now very gently put your hands back to your hips. Fabulous postures, everybody. Very good, dog. And turn around and lay down. Let go, breathe. Let go, breathe. Melt into the ground. I remember I was brought to this class by a mistake. I would never have found it in London, ever. Tiny little studio, like an hour and a half away from me, because London's like sprawling like LA, half an hour away, an hour and a half away from me. Breathe. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, breathing, please sit up. Exhale, exhale, spin around. Second set. Open your knees 6 inches, open your heels 6 inches. Put your hands on the top of your bottom, lower back. Hips, tummy, thighs forward. Lift your chest up, drop your head back. And roll forward, roll forward, roll forward. Keep on lifting your chest up. Eyes are open, breath is normal. Hips, tummy, thighs forward. Reach down and grab your heels. Once you do, remember, don't lean on the heels. All the way to through your knees. Opening the hips by pushing your bum forward. Lifting the chest by arching your back. As if somebody's behind you and the palms of their hands are underneath your heart and just pushing it up. And roll forward a little bit more. And your throat and head is just dropping back to open up the front of your throat. And you're rolling forward, rolling forward. Lift your hips up. For one more breath. Change. You know how much this opens the front part of your throat? Now lay down, let go, breathe. Old people don't have a front part of their throat. If you think of it, think of somebody old, you know, like maybe very old grandma or something, 80s, 90s. They got throat, got a big long neck. No, first thing out the door. Breathe, but not yogis. And the thing about this, you've chosen this for yourself. Arms up your head, push toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale. Spin around. Let's do rabbits. That's the last one that comes to the back of your mat. Please sit on your knees and heels and reach around and grab your heels from behind. Chin down into your throat, suck on your tummy. Roll over. Lift your hips up into the air as you roll over. I'm so glad you took the teacher training, Aileen. I really, really am. And roll over, lift your hips up. Shuffle your knees forward towards your forehead. Eyes are open, breath is normal. Keep on rolling forward. Shoulders away from your ears. You suck in your tummy, you roll forward a little bit more. Lift your hips up. Beautiful way. One more breath. And change. Now the space is coming in your rabbit way. Now you can roll over and it's like your back lifts as you roll. You know, when you do this yoga, it's a sacred dance, it's a sacred choreography. It's also poetry and music. That was poetry, what you did then with your back wing. And it was music. Rumi, my favorite poet. Breathe. Walt Whitman, fabulous too. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale, spin around. Second set. Come to the back of your mat, sit your knees and heels, reach around, grab your heels, chin down into your throat, suck your tummy. And then roll over. This life you have is to work out how you can wake yourself up, this being that's asleep that you live in. And this being that is kept asleep because it's in a prison. And the craziest thing about this prison that the being lives in is that the being is not aware that it's in prison. So there is no urge or need or want to get out. Roll forward. And the beings who are aware they're in prison are trying to warn the other beings that they're in prison. But those beings don't believe them. They think it's conspiracy. Roll forward, and change. And it is quite disheartening sometimes for the beings that know they're in prison to try to awaken sleeping people that have no idea they're in prison. The matrix is so smart. And remember, if you were not born in sleep, there would be no journey to awaken. There would be no point to being on this earth if you're not born in sleep. Arms over your head, flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, and spin around. So you can see you don't want to hate the matrix. It's there. You've got to love the matrix. Left leg out, right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, up, turn. Face it out, stretch leg. Round over and get a grip of the foot. So the very jailer is also your freedom. So, but it's a paradox. Everything's the same moment. They're just different parts of the same coin, heads or tails. And when you say, well, where's the third force? Well, the coin as a whole is the third force. Lift your heel up off the floor at the end. Yes, season, change. Other side, left leg out, right leg in. Inhale up and turn and face out, stretch leg round over, get a grip. Once you start to become aware of the paradoxes, it's quite a fabulous thing to have in your arsenal when you're working on changing your point of view. Pull the toes back, kick heel away. And when your legs are straight, lift heel up off the floor at the end. Change. Feet together, lay down. Inhale, breathing, sit up, exhale, exhale. Grab your big toe, your first and second finger, and do the walk back business. Walk back, grab your toes, lengthen your spine, and go to hinge forward. So your highest part is the observer. You know, I'm telling you to observe yourself. You can only observe yourself when you begin to engage the highest part. In the beginning, your body will be trying to do it. But the more you try, one day you'll start to find a little groove that you're observing yourself. And your body is what is being observed. Bend your elbows down if you're ready and lift your heels up off the floor at the end. Please change, turn around, lay down, let go and breathe. So the point of view you're trying to adopt is not the point of view of what is being observed, your body. You're trying to realign yourself with the point of view of what is observing, not the observed. The observer is you. Arms over your head, let's toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, spin around. Right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, up, turn. Face it, outstretched leg. Get a grip. Toes towards your face. Put your toes back. Dig your elbows into the ground. If your legs are straight, and start to lift your heels up off the floor. At the end, change. And right leg out and left leg in. Left leg out, you know. Inhale, up, turn, face it. And you know, guys, when you begin to teach any subject, you learn more about it because you're teaching it, you know? Pull your toes back. And so the more I explain to you what's going on, the more I'm beginning to understand a little bit by little bit what's going on. If I wasn't in the room teaching you, I wouldn't have the extra insights. And I'm very grateful to you for that. Lift your heel up off the floor at the end. Change. Feet together, lay down. Shoulders hit the top, exhale, exhale. And grab your big toe. First and second finger. Do the walk back. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Lengthen your spine, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, breathing, hinge forward. Tummy to your thighs first, then chest to your knees, which you have, Season. Because somebody could actually stand on your back and your back would not be bothered at all. Your back is so released. And pull the toes back, kick the heels away. Yes, Doc. Come all the way down, maybe get your forehead on the shins below the knees, Doc. I think you can. Get your head down, Doc. Get your head down. Put your head in your legs. Even more. Slide your heels away. And lift your heels up off the floor, Season, at the end. And change. Excellent. Turn around, lay down. Breathe. Spine twist. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, spin around. Bend your left leg underneath you. Do not sit on your left heel. Pick up your right foot. Cross it over the corner, left knee joint. Lift up your right arm over the knee. Push the knee out of the way. Grab the lower knee. Lengthen your spine. Twist. Suck in your tummy. Begin to twist. Push the knee back. Lower spine twist. Middle spine twist. Upper spine twist. Neck twist. Eyes twist. Keep on twisting to the whole spine like a pearl necklace. Twist, twist, twist. And change. Left leg out. Excuse me. Bend your right leg underneath you. Do not sit on your right heel. Pick up your left leg. Cross it over the corner right knee joint. Lift up your right arm. Over the knee. Push the knee out of the way. Grab the lower knee. Lengthen your spine now. And would you twist it out? And suck in your tummy. Lengthen your spine again. Twist it out more. Middle spine. Lovely way. Very lovely posture, Doc. So lovely to see you, boo. Shoulders away from your ears. Get your shoulders back a little bit. Head back a little bit in line, Season. Just Season. Straighten it up. Straighten it up. That looks a lot more straighter to me. Yes, baby. And change. And turn around and lay down. Let go. And because, Season, that you've seen how your body's changed from your very strong body, because you know your body, vinyasa style, you know it, and you've seen the additions. So that's helped you in a way that me coming to it, being much older, helped me. Arms over your head, flex toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale, and spin around. Because you're like very young to grasp the gravity of this, but you can see the change in your body. So that's incredible. That's where we got to see, when you see the changes in your body, that gets you back. And you know what gets you back? One of my best friends. Hello, Miss Vanity. She walks me in the room quite well, and I don't care. I don't care. In she comes. In her breathing, I know. And let's go for it. Snap your tummies in and blow. You know, we don't have to be mad at all our little sides that we think maybe not be, oh, little Vanity. Yeah, she gets you in the room because when she sees you put something on, or he, you're Mr. Vanity, right? Put something on and it looks amazing and you're rocking. Yeah, let Miss Vanity or Mr. Vanity walk you on your mat and you keep on glowing. 5 and 4, 3, 2, you're done. Take a breath. Take a breath. All your point of view, how you look at vanity, how you find, yeah, I can help that, make that help, make that work. Inhale, breathing, and let's go for it. Tummy, tummy's in, blow, 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 blow. And it's a healthy way of feeding your vanity, because what you're really doing is praising yourself for the hard work you've done in this instance. And that's very important. And so you turned around how you deal with vanity. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. So done. Turn around, lay down. Fabulous stuff. I know, Wayne. Beautiful class today. Yes, I know you get it. Aileen, my little country woman. Hey, Doc, I love you. And my season. And you melt into the floor. I'm going to say strange things, Aileen. You've got English legs, you know. I know, yeah, I know. Everybody has that, you know. Each country seems to have a certain leaning in a certain area. It's very cute. So guys, your being's made of light. You're built in the image of the divine. You are seeds of divine energy. You're not just a little drop of the divine, you're the whole of the divine, encompassed in one magnificent, exquisite. Wherever you go, leave footprints of kindness and love wide as you can. Namaste, my beloveds. I love you. We got a spiritual class today. Sue is in the space. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.